We have been, of course, keeping a close eye on the ICE facility since we first told you about the influx of federal law enforcement. Fox 12 investigative reporter Ezra Kaplan joins us now live outside the facility in South Portland. So it seems like it's relatively calm there right now. How are things looking, Ezra?
Yeah, you know, we've been here for several hours since this morning, and I'm going to step aside to give you a look at the crowd that's gathered behind me. You know, so over the past several hours, the scene here has remained pretty much stable. There's a group of about 20 to maybe 30 protesters who have been kind of shouting at the uniformed federal officers and at any of the vehicles going in or out of the city. Now, it's important to note that at least today, we have not seen any physical alterations. Now, this site had protesters here really for months and months and months, but it's getting a lot of attention now. So let's take a step back and see how it is that we got here. The current round of protests started back in early June when federal officers detained 3 protesters who had been blocking the driveway after ICE began making immigration arrests in Portland. From then on, there's been a near constant presence of protesters down here at the ICE facility, usually about groups of 3 or maybe 12 people. While they've been largely free of any physical altercation, there have been periodic confrontations. There was the June 14th No Kings March that led to PPB declaring a riot at the ICE facility and making several arrests after tear gas was deployed. Photos from the day show a protester using a stop sign to ram at the facility's front door. After that, PPB took a step back from enforcement outside of the ICE facility here on South Macdam Avenue. On July 4th, there was another gathering when protesters did throw fireworks at officers. Federal agents that night made 4 arrests. On Labor Day, about 100 people protested outside the facility. Fox 12 has reviewed video that shows protesters brought a guillotine and that federal officers deployed tear gas and pepper balls. That's about the time that President Trump started talking publicly about sending National Guard troops to Portland.
If we go to Portland, we're going to wipe them out. They're going to be gone, and they're going to be gone fast. They won't even stand the fight.
Then on September 17th, the city announced that ICE had violated its permit for operating that facility. That came after Fox 12 exclusively reported that more than 24 detainees had been held at the facility longer than 12 hours, violating the rules the city put in place when it allowed ICE to build 4 holding cells. In all, the U.S. Department of Justice says that it has charged 26 people with federal crimes.
These are paid terrorists. These are paid agitators, and they're very dangerous for our country.
Portland police have maintained a policy of not assisting ICE officers, but made at least 25 arrests outside the building during the month of June. Then nothing for the rest of the summer until last night, when 2 arrests were made as officers intervened in fighting between some of those gathered outside the building. Following the arrests, Portland police withdrew from the area. Now, we know that there has been a lot going on here, and just to share a couple observations, earlier today we saw a white van pulling out with several passengers. That van had the words Geo Group written on the side. Now, it's important to know that Geo Group is the private security organization that runs the Northwest Detention Center up in Tacoma. That's where oftentimes immigrants are brought to be, after they're processed here, before they are deported. We also know that this building is still open. Just this morning, we saw people coming and going from their immigration appointments. Reporting in South Portland, Ezra Kaplan, Fox 12 Oregon.